everyone, welcome to Womanity Africa on TOS TV network, where we discuss women-related issues. This episode is centered on domestic violence against women and the need to support survivors. I am Fawcett Bellu. Worldwide, more than 640 million women aged 15 and older have been subjected to intimate partner violence. In Nigeria, the cases and deaths resulting from domestic violence is alarming and continues to be a difficult burden to deal with. Victims of domestic violence are often left with psychological, social, physical, and financial consequences, and most people on the outside do not recognize the need to help and support these victims.
I give birth to first son to him. This man continued beating me until when I got the second pregnancy. When I get the second pregnancy, I called me, "Young man, you are not doing anything. This is a shock on the child that is coming up, and the way I manage is 18 that they are paying me. How will I be able to cater for you, house rent and whatever with the second baby that is coming?" Say, "Blessing, if you like, go to her. I will not do anything." The one that even baffed me most before I got to know these people was last year, on the day of Valentine, that is February 14 on Sunday. I woke up in the morning like this. This man just woke up. I had something after 6, a few minutes after 6 on Sunday. I don't know what I come over. He said that to me, I have kicked my first son with my leg when I was sleeping. I said, "We have been sleeping in this house. Even though I kick him, it's unknown to me when I was sleeping." He said, "If you dare open your mouth, I will give you what to wear today." Before I know, this man get to the kitchen and get hand of mortar pistol and hit on my eye. It's like the eye has gone. People rush inside. I manage myself to hold this eye. I run down to the police station on Sunday. When I get to the police station, I don't even know how to put myself. They say, "What is it? What is it?" I say, "A man that called my husband and broke my heart." They say, "This is husband and wife issue." I was like, "Can I kill myself? What is it?" As I was saying, I was shaking.
The violence for the first time was trying to hide, as in to thinking that to protect my home. But along the line, before I open up, it has tormented me to the extent that I can't cover it any longer. That is when I now open up.
I feel it's difficult for them to live a very abusive relationship, in the sense that how the society will look at them, one. Some of them feel like once they come out, they'll be looking at them as a single parent, because of the whole stigmatization and every other thing. So they are all scared to come out. And two, why some of them have a job, financial issue and the rest, and they don't know how to fend for themselves because they have been used to being demanding the whole work and every other thing. So fending for themselves alone becomes a little bit difficult for them. So they tend to stay in and endure because they believe the man will change tomorrow or that. So they will not stay and endure, and in the process some of them lose their life and all that.
Most of them stay in marriages because of probably pride, peer pressure from friends, the love they have for their spouse, and because they have given birth to children. But the ones that have not given birth to children, it could be that, okay, they feel comfortable with the title Mrs. Somebody, even when they have been abused by a man, they feel comfortable staying there. And then some of them don't really have work, they are dependent on their husband. I feel those are the reasons why most women stay in abusive marriages. And another factor could be the kind of family they're coming from. Aside family, religion also could be another reason why women stay in marriages. Like the case of Osinachi, she was being abused. She was in an abusive marriage because she felt she's a Christian and her religion doesn't support divorce.
I think the society is now learning. They are now learning. Because before they weren't support. If you talk anything about leaving your marriage, they'll be like, you leaving your marriage. They see it as something bad. An abomination. But in an abusive marriage now, people speak against it. They will actually tell you, instead of you dying there, it's better you take a move.
I feel there is, but probably there are not much, and they really don't know much. They don't know that there is such an avenue for it, because it's not that how will I put it? Well, I say it's not that well known in the country or so that. So, and again, because they are scared to come out and talk that this is what they are passing through, so they don't know that such a platform is also available for them like that.
Of course, there's support. Like when you're facing abuses like that, you talk. Some people prefer to keep it to themselves and enjoy it. That is what causes early death sometimes, you get. So there are people who are out there who will welcome you. There are some families that probably when you air out, I believe like a mother who knows what a child is should not allow her daughter to face domestic violence. So when you air out like, okay, this is what I'm going through in my marriage, I feel there are one or two organizations that are ready to support you financially with your children, or even though you're not a mother yet, they could look for something for you to do.
My advice to them, let them come out and speak out. There are people that will help them. Nothing will happen to them. If it is their marriage that they don't want anything to happen, by the time they speak out and they get the attention of the man, they advise him with whatever they need to do. The marriage will be settled and it will be well with them than to die in silence. That is my big advice to them. They should not die in silence.
Now that we've heard the different experiences of some women, here in the studio is Deborah Life Alegbemi, State Coordinator for Queen's FCT, with whom we share more knowledge on the topic of discussion. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So as we know, the increase in the cases of domestic violence is quite alarming. Can you please give an insight to what exactly domestic violence is?
Domestic violence is part of what we call the gender-based violence. Gender-based violence is any harmful act that is directed at a person at an individual or a group of persons based on their gender. So like the domestic violence is part of the physical abuse because we have 5 types of gender-based violence. We have the sexual violence, we have the physical violence, we have the harmful practices, we have the socioeconomic violence, we have emotional, psychological violence. So domestic violence is an example of the sexual violence and also the violence that is, because it is the violence that is perpetrated in the home, whether husband, intimate partner violence, or violence against their children, or violence against house help. You know, that is what we call domestic violence. Violence perpetrated at an individual in the home.
So we hear of these cases of domestic violence every day. What exactly are the factors that contribute to this violence, ma'am?
Well, from experience, from the work we do in the FCT, because we have carried out intervention in a number of cases in the FCT here, since then Queens is out to protect the rights of women and girls in the society and promote their wellness and dignity so that they can be change agents in the society. We have had issues, from our experience, we have seen that lack of economic empowerment has been part of one of the problems. Poverty in the home, when the wife is doing nothing, there is no money for the children to feed, no money to go to school, and by the time the wife is talking to the husband about it, then the man will be aggressive and he will be angry because he does not have what it takes, and we just hit the wife, and it starts with the physical violence, wherein the man starts hitting wife battery, and this can even it can lead to killing and death.
I think most people just talk of, domestic violence and all of that, but we don't really know the after effect of these acts on women. What exactly are the effects of domestic violence?
Lots of, you see, one of the woman become heel-head. She does not. She becomes sick because a woman that has been beaten and battered becomes sick. Like we had one of the survivor, that one of her eyes was almost plucked out due to physical violence. You know, the issues of loss of potentials. The woman just look at herself as if she's a nobody. You know, she does not have anything to contribute to the society, and that's why many of them have suicidal tendency. They want to commit suicide. They want to just exit this world. You know, and we see them depression. Many of women are in depressed state right now. You know, at homes, even outside the homes, they are victim of depression. So these are the things that happen to women when there is domestic violence.
So what about because there are some people that are experiencing this domestic violence, but they are afraid to speak up? What about those ones? How do you get them out of their shells to come out to the public and say, oh, this is what I'm facing? Because without them coming out, there's no way you can, help.
Exactly.
So how do you think you can go about this?
Yes, that is why like I said, that when the FCT, we carry out sensitization and awareness on gender-based violence prevention. We go to the community. We go through the community leaders to the community. We go to the chief allies. We talk to them that we are here in the FCT. If there's any case on these, refer the cases to us. We work with the police. We did advocacy to them. If there's any issue, refer to them. We go to the schools. We go to churches, to religious home places to talk to them that, okay, there's cases, you speak up.
Do you think there is adequate support for victims and survivors of domestic violence?
There's no, let me just say in the country generally, because many people are not looking towards that side. Like for us, like we run a shelter. Many people believe, oh, if they want to give something, let us take something to orphanage home. Let's take something to wherever. But they don't, many people don't know that there are safe spaces. There are organizations that run shelter for abused women where people can bring in things for their well-being, for their upkeep. So there's no much. It is the civil society organization. I see them doing something. We've had issues that of a child rape, that we took a 6-year-old child rape. We took that child out to the government institution for them to help the Ministry of Foreign Women Affairs. We couldn't get help for her because they keep saying that, oh, not much money is being budgeted for the government institution. So you see, so there's no adequate support for survivors of domestic violence.
To wrap this up, what do you think are the resources that are available for the survivors of domestic violence?
We have the skill, the right people. We have people who have the skill. We have the psychologists, and we have the counselors, those who have the skills to get them out of their traumatic situation. We also have the medical facilities where they can get help, because many of them come heal, and so they go for medical help. And we have been in collaboration with some of the health facilities in the FCT. But the thing is that it is not enough. We need more resources. Money is key, because some of this, when we have heard, they've come out of their traumatic experience. They've gotten healed. Their heart has been healed. Their emotion has been healed. Now they have to start doing something so that they can be productive. So that is where it comes. That is where there is need for help, because we need to empower them with a kind of soft capital to start up something, to do something so that they can be able to put food on the table for their children if the man is not there to provide the food at the appropriate time.
Thank you for joining us on the show, ma'am.
It's my pleasure.
Just like we've heard, it is necessary to support those in a circle of violence to report their abuses and seek redress. Survivors of domestic violence need compassion and support, not condemnation for not leaving their abusive partners. It is important that we recognize that it is a process for all survivors. And this is how we wrap it here. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Our website is www.tostvnetwork.com. Till we come your way again next week, I am Fawcett Bello.